Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Appreciate you tuning in today. Today for me is Saturday, and I got a little project I need to work on. As you know, we built our doors recently, and extremely happy with the doors, no complaints. But I got one problem that if I don't get fixed, it's going to become a major one. So if you would, come right back and we'll talk about it. Hey guys, appreciate you hanging in there. Let's talk about our doors this morning. They work great, they swing great. Biggest issue I'm having is when they're at rest. I bought these wheels. You can see them from a certain big box store, okay? We'll just leave it at that. They're garbage. They are not what's advertised. They don't do what they're designed to do. They're just... We can discuss at a later date the crap that's made around the world to look like something, but is absolutely nothing. So my goal today is to replace that non-working guide wheel with a true cast iron guide wheel that'll hold weight. Yeah, I know you're gonna say, well, you could have bought better. I could have. I would have. There was nothing available to do that kind of work. And anybody that would engineer something like that and think it's going to hold up any more weight than a garden gate, I'll give his engineering stamp back. Okay. They caught me in a moment of weakness. I needed something. I bought it. I threw my money away. I could have took a lighter and lit fire to $50 and it would have been about as fun. We've got to get away from making garbage, people, in America. It's time to make quality products. It's time to sell quality products. And I'm sick and tired of this, what we call shrink inflation. We're not going to raise the price. We're just going to make what we got crappy, make it worse. We're going to dumb it down. We're going to cheapen it up. I'm sick of that. It's time for American people, American manufacturing, to go back to building high quality stuff, irregardless if the customer wants it. We're going to build it high quality and give them what they may want or don't even know they want. You know, and we used to do that. I better shut up or I'll get on a rant. I'm in production. I've worked in manufacturing. When I first got out of high school, I worked in manufacturing. I understand the desire to make a quality product for a consumer that you'll never meet, you'll never see. You just know when you put that item in the box, it was the best, high quality, American made product we could produce. Okay? I'm in production now. We produce and sell lumber. We get it back to the customer to use. And my goal is to produce the highest quality we possibly can, whether they need it or not. You know, if they're building a chicken shack, it don't matter to me. I want them to take home the best material available to build that chicken house out of. I mean, it's a mindset, people, and I hope we get it corrected in this generation and the next, that we can build and manufacture quality stuff in America again. So, what am I doing? I'm gonna have to get my tape measure out and design a bracket. We've done this already. If you watch our Kiln build series, well, I got a set of these on it, and they are adjustable. So that when those doors are closed, I got the wheel pushed down enough to where it's holding the weight of that door, and the hinges are not sitting there just loaded constantly. So, hope you didn't scare you off with a rant. If you don't know by now, I am a pro-American. I am a pro-business type person, and I know we can do better, and we're going to. We're going to. So, I won't bore you with the details of me engineering this out, but I'm gonna try to get a drawing together. I need to know some hard dimensions, and then we'll go over the other shop and start fabricating something. Be right back, guys. Okay, guys, we're over in the other shop this morning. Had to walk back over to the sawmill building. Got my Milwaukee grinder and some cutoff wheels. I was out over here, so what I'm doing now is currently working on the bases for our casters. You can see it's a little short, so I'm gonna add about 2.5 inches to the angle iron to get us out to the width I want. So first thing I'm gonna do is cut 2.5 here, and I got 2.5 marked on the other side. Yep, there's the first one. Get the second one off. And I see a lot of people use these different ways. For long straight cuts, I try to go all the way across the cut and get an 1/8 inch, 1/16 of an inch deep, because when you're dragging back across there with this cutter wheel, you can't see the line. You have to stop making sparks so you can see it. But if you've already got a trough dug across there, you can just walk your way right back through it. Just like that, I cut right through my Sharpie line, so I know I'm straight where I want to be. And now I'll just work my way across it. You can sit here in one spot and dig all the way across. I'm not saying there's a right way or wrong way, but I try to work my way across 1/16 of an inch, maybe a little more at a time. And then that last pass, you can go right across it, cut it all the way on. There you go, guys. You can use whatever method works best for you. There we go. Get the camera turned over, I can see. That's pretty straight. It needs a little grinding to flatten it up. But like I say, that works best for me, making a square cut. Not trying to start here and just cut it all the way through, but drag a line across there, go a little deeper, maybe work your way back, and then next pass you're just cutting all the way through. So there's that. I won't bore you with me cleaning and grinding, so give me a minute to get these ground up, and then we're going to basically weld them together, and that'll give me enough room to mount my wheel. It goes on the underside, but just for reference, it's going to go there. And I'll probably put some diagonal gussets, because this is going to be carrying a lot of weight. And then we'll need a back piece that mounts to the door, but also allows this to move up and down. Probably no more than an inch, 1.25 inches, probably all it needs, because basically I will mount it to the door, then drive that wheel down to elevate the door to where I'm happy with it, and then should be the end of the adjustments. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I got my first angle bracket, went ahead and welded the top side, turned it over, I got it clamped to the table. We're going to try to weld through the back side, and then we'll grind it all good and smooth. There we go. We got that MIG welded. I will say one thing I've learned for you guys that's older like me. You cannot weld with bifocals or transition glasses. I kept having trouble trying to weld, and finally realized it was my transition glasses giving me a fit. Every time I struck an arc, it would start darkening my glasses. So grind the back of that smooth, and we'll be mounting our caster on it. We'll let it cool off just a minute. Go ahead and set up the other one. Now, I did it off camera, but you can see that the ends are beveled. Now, you guys that don't do welding, why do you bevel the ends? Well, when you open that gullet up and you pass a weld bead across there, you fill that divot with weld as you're coming across, and that allows the two pieces to bond together without having a big old gob of weld over top of them. And sometimes you'll see guys weld over top of a seam. Well, in this case, I don't want to weld over top of my seam because this caster has a flat bottom and it's got a set on it. Now the top side I probably won't grind because the caster's not going to set there, but the bottom side, once we get done welding, I'll grind that smooth because that's where the caster's going to actually mount to the other side of it. So let me get this one clamped on here and we'll weld up another one. Okay guys, I got this one. Let me turn you over here just a little bit. Well, everything's in the way of the tripod. Everything. Real-time filming, people. Okay, got our angle piece. We got both of them clamped to the table. You can see the trough I've left. Now, I'm no welding teacher, guys, okay? Take everything I tell you with a grain of salt. It just comes from, I took a little bit of welding in high school. I took a lot of welding from my dad growing up, and it's just best practices. I don't mind welding my own stuff, but I'm not gonna weld a trailer for you. I don't feel that confident in my abilities, so you can just learn on your own. I wish I had time to go to school. I'd love to take a full-fledged welding course. But my intentions are to put a tack weld here, put a tack weld in the middle, and then a tack weld here, and then I'm gonna come right back across and seam them together. Probably better off if I did that than turned it over and welded the backside, but I've got it clamped good enough. I feel confident in it staying where it's supposed to, and we're not building a nuclear reactor. So I turn the welder back on, and we'll get this one tightened up. Now these big torches, if you've never used one, you got to keep the ends of them clean. They'll get splattered inside of them. And these pliers have got a recess. It's just the right distance to snip off your wire. Now, in full disclosure, I don't like this wire. When I bought the last roll, I bought a 045, and I won't do that again. It's great if you're doing thicker than this and on up, but for what we normally do, I should have bought the 035, but live and learn. There's a couple thousand feet of it. When it's gone, we'll do something different. So. Now I will say, it sounds a little hot to me, but I use the settings on the machine to set up the volts and the wire speed, so I'm gonna trust in it. Now, I hope I had that where you could see it. Maybe not, but I'm gonna turn this over and we'll do the other side. That's why I like a MIG welder. Good clean metal. They weld quick, fast, in a hurry. Do a great job. I still think stick welding is probably just a little bit tougher, but like I say, we're not building a nuclear reactor here. We're just building some rollers. So I won't bore you with me sanding and cleaning this up. We'll get it ready to, like I say, I'm gonna probably put some kind of diagonal brace here because there'll be a lot of load out here trying to bend that. So we'll come back when I got that ready to do something with it. Okay, guys, welcome back. Got busy working, forgot to turn the camera back on, but I got our angle braces made to go in here. Already got one welded up. Finished product will be like that. The wheel will be underneath it. Well, I say I wasn't finished. I still got another weld to do. So I'm gonna stitch these two together and go get a bite of lunch. Too close. Got too much slack on the tip. Just bend it out. Okay. That one on there. These are a little handy dandy magnet. Hold it in there. Happy with that. Whew, it's hot. Definitely hot on the old fingers. Yeah, let's switch angles with you so I can get in there and see. Okay, happy with that. I get it off there. Okay. Put this oven up here. I forgot to finish weld. Switch angles with you just a little bit. That's it, guys. Okay, guys, let's look at these up close. Remember, I don't have my gloves on now. No touchy. Okay. They're not the world's most beautiful welds, but they'll hold for what it's for and who it's for. I'm pleased with that. They got good bonding between both pieces of metal. That'll hold. Okay. Well, that's going to do it for now, guys. Need to take a break. It's just a lot of fabrication. Never done any. You know, don't be afraid of it. It's just metal. Put it together. If you don't like it, take it apart and do it again. Metal's one of those substances that you can weld it back together, grind it down, and most people will never know. You know, there's a lot of forgiveness here. Trying to make something. I enjoy it. I don't get to do it near enough. It is kind of an expensive hobby. It requires some high-priced equipment, you know, welders, cutting torches, stick welders, grinders, welding table, work vise, which I need a new one. You can see that one's abused. Just kind of holding off to either buy me one of the. I want one man can't break. You know, that's my next vice. They're a couple $1,000s, but I want one that they guarantee you can't break it. So we'll put that to the test one day. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break, do a little more thinking and engineering, and we'll get back to it. Okay, guys, I'm back. I just dropped you on a time lapse there where I was routing out these holes. You don't have to tell me it was sketchy as crap, I know. But if I had a Bridgeport, it'd be nice. But you can hope and wish your life away, make do with what I got. So this is what we got so far. Let's see if we can see it here. Got our caster and bolt on the bottom of this, and then I've got our slotted holes. And we still got to make a piece that mounts to the door that can go up and down. So we're getting closer. Just one thing at a time. If you want something well made, just plan on doing it yourself. And that being said, you know, if you're going to do something yourself, it's going to take twice as long. I'd been more than willing to pay good money if I could have found somebody that had a set of these that were adjustable with some high quality casters ready to go off the shelf. Because I could have made more money sawing wood today than over here building something. But since it's unobtainium, and we already talked about what garbage we had to start with, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make a good set that lasts a lifetime. I get done with them, put some paint on them, you'll never look at them again. They'll just be down there doing their thing like you're supposed to. If I didn't mention it, Dad donated these. He come out one day, I was complaining about them. He said, well, I think I got a set that'll fix it. So thanks, Dad. We're gonna put them to use. They'll be on the barn for many, many years to come. So, like I say, I've got to, if you can see that, I've got to build this bracket that'll bolt to the door, and then I gotta have some way with a couple of jack bolts to push the wheel down, and then I'll have bolts and welded nuts to tighten the bracket up so it don't move anywhere. give me a few minutes to figure this all out. Maybe even take a break, and we'll get back at it, guys. Let me catch you up where we're at. I got a lot of work done with the camera off. Here is our completed roller. I hope you can see that. Wheel rotates on the bottom. I've got 4 bolt holes that's going to go all the way through the door. These are 3/8. I'll probably go buy some 3/8 grade 8 bolts to bolt through the door. And then if I want to adjust it, I can loosen these 4 bolts and take my jam nut, and when I drive it down, it will drive the wheel down. I got an inch of travel, which is more than I need. Right now it's set at its highest level, so we'll back it up against the door, mark all our bolt holes, and then bolt it in. I can loosen these up. The nuts are welded on the back. I will have to cut out a little bit in the door so that these will set flush against the door, and then run our jam nut down till we're happy, and then tighten it back up. The caster turns like it's supposed to. Now, here's where we got to with the other ones. We got our slotted holes done. We won't talk about how unsafe that was. And I have our other piece of steel marked. Here's our 2 bolt holes at the top, 2 at the bottom. And here's going to be the 4 that make it adjustable. I've already marked them all and center punched them. I'm going to take looks like about a 1/8 3/16 drill, do the pilot holes, and then we'll take a 3/8 drill and drill out the rest. And this project will be completed. Other than a lot of paint. We'll put some color of paint on it just to keep it from rusting over time, but I'm quite proud of it. That is get the camera to move. There we go. That is a caster that will hold some weight. Probably might could have been a little narrower, but the doors are not that heavy, but without something to hold them up, they are going to sag. So I hope this will do the trick. There you go. Now, while I got you, let's talk just a second. I get people all the time, and I'm guilty. I watch guys on YouTube that are living the dream, doing things, and boy, I wish I could do that. One in particular I'll pick on, y'all know Matt from Diesel Creek. That guy seems to be having the time of his life doing what he likes to do, working with old junk. And a lot of people are envious of it. But you got to put in the work, people. It's Saturday, it's cold, I'm down here in the shop working. I still answer my phone calls. I've gotten 2 days worth of work to do while I've been standing down here just returning phone calls. So I know we see other people succeeding, and we sometimes are envious and want what they got, but you got to be willing to put in the work, people. You got to, it's day and night, night and day, 7 days a week. Now, I don't work 7 days a week, but if somebody calls me on a Sunday to talk business, we're going to talk business. And that's just the way it is. They call me. Now, I do shut down about, 10, 11 o'clock at night. I got a lot of stuff on Marketplace. And if you message me at midnight, even though I seen it, you're not going to get a response till the next morning because you shouldn't have messaged me at midnight, okay? But, I'll talk business 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And if it's somebody I know calls me, we'll talk. Because that's what makes things happen. You got to be willing to get in there, put the work in, put the effort in. I know I've had some people tell me that they're envious of some of the things that I've accumulated around here. And this comes from a lifetime of hard work. If you're a younger person watching our channel, that's all I can tell you guys. Get out there and work, get out there and hustle. It don't come overnight. It's not an instant success. Don't be envious of what your parents have. They spent a lifetime working towards their goals. My mom and dad's accumulated a lot of stuff, and they've worked hard for it their entire life, and they're deserving of it. And I've never been envious of it because I grew up watching them work. They had a hard at it work ethic. They had some things, some goals in their life they wanted to achieve at the age I am now, or a little younger, and they did it. You know, great for them. They had a goal out there and they worked towards it. And that's what I can tell you as a younger person, or even, you know, somebody my age. If you're at all interested, you gotta take a leap of faith, get out there, but you gotta have a good work ethic. If you don't have a good work ethic, stay where you're at. But I dreamed of being self-employed most of my life. It wasn't the right time for me. I had kids, I had wife, I had other things I needed to do, and it just wasn't conducive to me taking that big a gamble. Now, I did a few years ago, jumped out, and I don't regret it. But I also understand that it was the right time for me personally. If I'd done it 20 years earlier, I'd have probably failed. Didn't have the work ethic I needed, wasn't in the right place in my life, you know, bills, this, that, and the other. You know, if it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, stay where you're at. So I hope that clears that up. Don't want to get too deep here, but I do have people ask that occasionally. You know, how'd you get here? Hard work, people. You know, I work harder for myself than I ever did for a company I work for, and I give them good work. I worked hard for them. They got a lot of good work out of me. But that being said, at the end of the day, when I went home, I turned it off. If that place wasn't there in the morning, you know, it just wasn't there. This, the whole different ballgame. I don't turn it off. It's 24/7, 7 days a week, you know, hustling. And hustling not being a bad word, hustling being a good word. Taking every opportunity to network, taking every opportunity to put yourself out there to new people, new customers, new clients, and show yourself trustworthy. And, you know, you'll come. If you're all interested in doing some kind of self-employment work for yourself, have a plan, work towards that plan. The best thing I can tell you is get yourself out of debt. Quit buying new cars, new houses, this, that, and the other you don't need, and work towards that goal of being self-employed. Because it's a whole lot easier to play this game with a little to no debt versus just being overburdened with house, cars, you know, what do they call these things? Timeshares, different things, you know, that you just don't need. So anyway, enough talking. We're supposed to be building something. Let me get the drill set back up. We're going to drill these holes out. Got just a little bit of welding to do. Clean these up and paint it and call this one done. So, be right back. Okay, I will try it without the pilot drill. I've drilled enough holes. We're just going to see if we can force our way through it. There we go. Won't complain about that. That's good enough. Okay guys, we're back. We got our plate all drilled out. Now we need to mount it so we can get these bolts, the nuts welded on. As you can see, it moves. That's what we put all that effort into slotting those holes. Not quite happy with that one. It's making me going off center. Let's see what the problem is. Yep. I think I'm going to open these bottom two holes up just a little bit. Somebody didn't get them marked exactly the way they should have. Okay, I'm back. Made just a slight adjustment. Bottom two holes didn't get drilled exactly where they should have, and they were making it go off sideways, so make a little correction. Not the end of the world. I may still have to open that one up a little bit. I want it to slide up and down pretty easily. I don't want to have to fight it. Now it's time to fix it. Don't fix it now, I'll regret it forever. I think I'm going to stick it back in there and take the end mill back in it and open that up just a little bit so we don't have to fight it. Okay guys, I got those two holes slotted out a little bit. Now I can move up and down. I'm going to push it all the way down as far as it goes. Square it up the way I want it. There we go. Now I got the nuts. Got the nuts firmly attached. I'm gonna take, while I got it in the vise, I'm gonna shorten them long ones. Need to weld those nuts on. Got to be real careful. It can't take a whole lot of heat. You can overdo this in a hurry. So, okay, I'm not quite happy with that. Those look adequate for what they're supposed to do. Just to keep the nuts from spinning. Now. Let me get you back over here in a better spot. Hang on, guys. Now, last part of this process is I need two nuts. Well, yeah. We'll take one. This, what I want to do, you can see on the other one, I got a nut welded here, and then it's pushing against this plate. Well, the plate is a little thin there, so I'm going to go ahead and add that nut right there, just so it's got a little more to push on. And to make it more complicated, because I got to hold it while I weld it, we done it once, we can do it again. What I'll do is hold it right where I want, and I'm going to fill the center with weld. Got it filled, but it didn't get any bond, so let me grind it off and we'll do it again. Didn't get quite enough heat in the bottom quick enough and it didn't bond. No harm. If you fail, try again. Don't give up. Just wanted to get enough weld on it to where I can come up here and actually do just a little bit more. I think that'll hold. The goal was just to give this bolt something a little more to push on than what was there to start with. Clamp. There we go. Anytime you can use a clamp instead of your hands, it's a wonderful thing. Take the clamp off. Get my bolt out. Now, I'm going to do just a little bit of light welding in the front and the back. Okay, guys. There's our nut welded. Now, I know from doing one already that we probably got a little slag in it. So, go over here, get a 1/2 inch tap, and we'll run a tap through it. Make our life a lot easier when it comes to putting that bolt back in. Yeah. Come on, baby. Let's start straight. There we go. And whatever little slag BBs we got in there, that'll take care of them. Our bolt will do exactly what we hired it to do. Okay, last thing. I didn't have the correct length bolt, so we're going to mark this one kind of where we want to cut it off. We'll cut it off and make it the same as this one. And if I cut it right there, how's that look? Oh, it looks hot. Yeah, we'll cut it off right there. So they put it in a vise. We'll make a little cut off wheel, make quick work of it. Put it on the grinder, round it up a little bit. There you go. I'm just going to round it off on the big grinder a little bit. Looks like it was made to fit. That one is done. They ready to clean up and paint. Got 2 of them. I hope it's helpful, guys. It's just, like I tell you all the time, our YouTube channel is just being Matthew, being real people, doing real things. Bought something I didn't like, didn't do the job, so we just made something that will do it. Let me get these. See if I got some carb cleaner or something right here. Spray these off a little bit. I'm not worried about a super duper paint job. Just something to keep it from rusting. Let me get these cleaned up, hung up, and we'll spray a little paint on them. Call this project done. Okay, guys, I got them hung up. Got one here, one over there. Don't have any primer, but I got plenty of black paint. I'll spray a little black paint on them and go on with life. There you go. Got black paint on it. I'm happy with it. Guys, I think we're going to end it right there for today. So I need to make the trip to town, get some longer grade 8 bolts that I don't have. And like I say, it's Saturday, so maybe one day next week, these will be good and dried. I have the hardware, and we'll finish this video up, actually getting them installed on the door. I'm tickled to death. I hate being aggravated by something that's supposed to do a job and it can't do it. That's one of I say this to Matthew all the time. This thing's got a job to do. If it can't do it, I don't need it here. We'll get something to do what it's supposed to do. But I appreciate you watching. Like I said, we'll be back as soon as we're ready to install them. So see you shortly. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the first part of building these rollers for our doors. It's going to seem a little disjointed here. Matthew told me that I talked too long, the video got too long, and he's going to cut it in half. So I don't know where he thinks I talk too much, but anyway, I'm unsure exactly where he cut it off, but
you were just finishing up building them and you were about to come over here.
Okay. Apparently we just finished painting them, got them done, getting ready to come over here. So the next video we'll do the installation part. Some of these little projects, you know, they run long. It takes longer than you think. All mine always do. Anything I think takes 15 minutes, gonna take an hour. But hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next episode. That's gonna do it for this one. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.